for these guys to continue with that they possess. He was flawless, awesome during PSL. What do you like about Hassan Nawaz and Ahmed?
When I first saw him, he had that false confidence about himself that he can hit everything out of the park. But during that PSL, he realized that as a batter, you need much more. He learned how to leave good deliveries. He learned how to defend good deliveries, and more importantly, singles. And that's what has brought so much improvement into his batting, and that augurs well for Pakistan. And when we talk about Salman Ali Agha, well, let me tell you, anybody can hold the helm when the sea is calm, but the skipper does it when the sea is choppy. What an innings from Salman Ali Agha.
Difficult really to coin sobriety and calmness with somebody like Hassan Nawaz, who really goes hard against every kind of bowling. But there is this calmness, there is this lull, that little pause that is needed for you to understand your own game. Because you've got to occupy the crease to know about your skills, and I think that is what we saw from him during the PSL.
And also, middle order, maybe his position. He's a changed player.
If he gets cracking at number 4, number 5, that'll be such a huge bonus for Pakistan, because that's one spot where they failed to get a regular talent thrown in. And he gets them at a rapid pace as well, runs 13 of 11. There he goes, big once again. It's a huge 6. Once again, cashing in on good length, shorter length, and depositing it over mid-wicket for a grand 6.
50 partnership achieved by these two. And another thing about Hassan Nawaz, once he decides that what stroke he's going to employ, he gets fully committed to it. Have a look at that. Using depth of the crease, pulling the weight a bit back to be able to hit the ball aerial. Terrific batting.
One of 5 for 3. From 2 down to 5 to 1 of 5 for 3. This has been a grand recovery at a very, very good pace. Shadab, Khushdil, Fahim, 3 very fine all-rounders to come. That's a nice delivery. Saw him expose the stumps, and he targeted that leg stump line. Yeah, fantastic hit. Went back into the crease and got it smack in the middle of the bat. And we know that every 6 will earn you a scholarship, KFC scholarship. Up in the ring, that's been lifted, airlifted for a sweet 6.
Another KFC moment, wasn't it? He's is sort of a player who is going to earn plenty of scholarships. And the moment he saw the bowler pitching the ball up, he knew where this ball is going to go. And then it was a no ball. A free hit.
Again, I think the biggest task for Bangladesh would be how to rein in the situation. It's on the line, that back heel. And how well did he hit that? All he wanted was to get it over that mid-off fielder, and it landed all the way over the rope.
A high elbow, wasn't it? That was good to watch.
There's this rhythm and quality with how he bats, Salman. Never seems to be in a rush. Seems to know exactly the areas that he wants to target, then flows through the offside, leg side. There's this great balance between improvisation and classical batting, and then great temperament to go with it.
He hardly hits the ball out of anger. Relies on sheer timing and the placement. And he knows how to maneuver the length. And that's where he makes the difference. And that's why he has become very consistent.
This is his highest score as well. Gets him at a good rate. 51 of 31, 51 of 39, 46 of 26. Doesn't seem to waste a lot of time. Always is helpful if your captain is in good touch. It's a free hit. Yorker is put away into the gap for at least two.
They must have feeling a lot of pressure after getting hit for a six. And then had to pre-ball that delivery. I thought hard about it, opted for the Yorker length. I was able to keep Nawaz quiet on that occasion. Signs are ominous for Bangladesh. Both these batters are looking good out there in the middle. They're sighting the ball big. They'll be looking to finish this innings on a very high note.
Full toss is hit straight to a fielder at deep cover, and he'll be thoroughly disappointed, bitterly disappointed, because that really had more to it than being out caught. Tanzid Hassan Tamim is the catcher, and well, his innings comes to an end, unfortunately, and it's not over the waistline. I think that's the query that's been put up by the batsman. I think they're checking for no ball as well. No, definitely not over the waistline, so it's got to go out. Done by a full toss.
You were talking about which length to bowl on a pitch like this. How about this one?
Perfect. Keep on bowling those full tosses, boys. Yeah, well, pleasing on the eye. Salman Ali Agha once again. A very fine 56 of 34, 118 for 4. Shadab is the new batsman in at the non-striker's end. Shamim is the new bowler, only a single. But what a valuable breakthrough. Courtesy a full toss. They bowled every length, the Yorker, the bouncer, But in the end, it was the full toss that did the job.
Yeah, this partnership was becoming ultra dangerous for Bangladesh and they needed a breakthrough. Came through an ordinary delivery, a full toss. That is close, that is close. But the umpire thought otherwise. The first ball played by Shadab opted to play a reverse sweep. Why was he impelled to play that stroke?
Making room and cuts it well. Should find the fence as well. Lovely piece of timing and placement.
Yeah, if you have the ability to play such a stroke, why opt in for those strokes? Ram stroke, reverse sweep. Just backed away from the leg stump. And it was a piece of cake for him. He's off the mark now.
Lot will depend on how Hassan Nawaz shapes up. 29 years of 17 in the PSL final. Also, he got out just at the
wrong time, and it did hurt the chances, the fortunes of Quetta Gladiators. So he's got to understand his value, and he's of immense value to his side because of the way he plays and the form. 30 of basically nothing. So he's got to cash in now and go right till the end. Inside edge, slower in pace this time. Shamim, nevertheless, a good over. Just 7 from it. 1-2-5 for 4. And over 200 runs for Pakistan. That means that they'll have to really bat exceedingly well right till the end. That's put up over cover for another magnificent 6. It just does it so effortlessly.
Not an easy stroke to play against a spinner who angles the ball in and who's not a huge turner of the ball. And to be able to hit the ball over extra has to be a very good stroke.
Trying for a wrong one, didn't really spin back. Once again providing width to Hassan Nawaz, and it's not working. 6 followed by a boundary. And he's motoring at a rapid pace into the 40s of just 20 deliveries.
They're not only width, also pace, which was used by Hassan Nawaz perfectly. Just laid the stroke ever so slightly to be able to beat that fielder at backward point.
Oh, that's gone up in the air. That should be taken at long off. Oh, he's missed it. And it's gone for 4 as well. Not only a misfield, a missed chance, but a boundary as well. Imon there, letting himself down. And what a costly miss it can turn out to be.
Well, he's one player who can hurt you. No way, close. Misjudged it completely. Did it happen out of excitement?
They loved it, irrespective. Oh, chance. This time it's taken. And so it didn't really cost Bangladesh great much. And he'll be disappointed because it, in the end, was a soft dismissal.
It's the second Pakistani batsman who got out playing the ball off the back foot and to a spinner. Now he was unsure. He was completely unsure what sort of a stroke he's going to play. And that indecision cost him big. But nevertheless, a big wicket. For Bangladesh, they needed it. Hasan Nawaz has been sent back. Scored 44, 139 for 5.
Khushdil Shah is the new batsman on strike and gets beaten. A little bit of extra spin on that one from Rishad. Hasan Nawaz probably reeling from that drop chance, and this was a big inside edge that probably saved him. And it's 139 for 5. Yeah, probably reeling from that drop chance and still thinking about it, and really a soft one in the end, hitting it back to Rishad, who made no mistake. They hardly ever do, bowlers.
Well, he was sent reeling.
Reprimanding himself, talking to himself. Hasan Nawaz's dismissal is going to make an impact in the run rate, in the pursuit to get 200. Both very fine all-rounders, Shadab and Khushdil. Let's see, can they crack the whip? Nicely fielded, the fielder up in the circle. That's always Tapal tea, which you can enjoy not only for HBL PSL but for international matches. They're there for the fans. Pakistan's #1 brand.
Yeah, they need to be everywhere since they are Pakistan's #1 brand. And if people enjoy it, they have to cater for it.
Little bit more chirp from the Bangladeshi fielders. There's caution there that deep fielder comes into play. It has to be worked into partnerships now. The last 4 or 5 overs, kind of a make or break situation for both sides. I think Bangladesh would want this score to be below 200.
Well, that'll be a big effort from the Bangladeshi bowlers if they manage to do so, because this pitch is so true.
Not a bad over at all. In fact, it's an excellent over. He's bowled 2 for 11, and it's 1 4 3 for 5.
So 143 for 5 overs to go now. Run rate's at 9.5 at the moment. If they go at 11s, they get to the 200 mark. There's a nice supporter for Pakistan. Salman Ali Agha played very nicely, but he'll still be disappointed to be in that change room still, smarting that he got dismissed when he did, because he was playing so beautifully at that stage, and full toss somehow found its way to that cover region. Kushtu and Shadab Khan, the two boys, are going to do the job for Pakistan at the moment, but Bangladesh, I think, can be quite pleased with the way things have gone at this stage. Hello, Atta.
Hello, Hazy. Yes, after that wicket of Hassan Nawaz, it's been 10 deliveries without a boundary for Pakistan. Make that 11, because they'll be able to pick up 2 more here. It's a good comeback for Bangladesh. They'll still be hoping they can restrict Pakistan not to cross over 200.
They're just going to do a quick little check here to make sure there wasn't a short run. These two guys like to scamper between the wickets. They're boundary hitters normally, both these guys, Shadab Khan and Kushtu Shah. But at the moment, they're being resorted to just trying to pick up whatever they can. There's the projected scores at the bottom. Current run rate at 190. They'll be thinking about 200 shortly. I think Bangladesh will be happy if they're under the 200 mark. Let's have a look and see if it is a short run. Nah, it's fine. That's okay. He's got something behind that line. Just. That's all we need to do. Just behind the line. Mahidi's in his last over. 4 balls to go. Whipped away on the onside, searching for boundaries. That's Ali Khan telling us that there's been few and far between the boundaries in the last little while. Vigotel. Mobile selfie moments. There you go. We've got some smiles along the line. Yeah, we have. There we go. I'll give that 4.5 smiles.
You know, just the 4 runs in the first 3 deliveries. Not a bad start for Mahdi Hassan in this over.
Just backing away a fraction, saw him go and tried to follow him. Slight misfield. Shurafel. Yep. Apologies to the bowler.
And they can still apply a little bit more pressure by throwing the ball in a better direction, because they're just given away a single. Shouldn't have been a single.
This was where those sort of little unforced errors really start to count. If you start getting a bit sloppy in the field, that's a bit of a round arm action, that one. He's got it away, but only for a single. A little bit different from Mahidi on that occasion.
Well, but they'll be just thinking about where does the boundary come in for Bangladesh. Have bowled well, bowled to the field. And in this over, only 6 runs in the 5 deliveries that he has bowled. He needs to finish off nicely here to apply a little bit more pressure.
There's no boundary off this ball. It's a great over. It's an outstanding over. That is superb stuff. Over number 16 just goes for 7, 150 for 5. The ideal template in a batting card for a team in T20 cricket is that someone in the top order, the top four ideally, goes on and gets a pretty big score, not a 50, but a big score. Then you have one or two guys at the back end that thrash a bit and do nicely, but someone also supports a bit at the top. So there's a couple of boxes ticked, but there's no one that's really kicked in that top four. Too many soft dismissals. Oh, there's another one. Head up, missed the ball, stumped by a country mile.
Well, certainly was surprised to see him in the attack, but he's turning out to be the trump card for Bangladesh. Shamim Hussain has now picked up a wicket, and an important wicket of the left-hander, Khosdil Shah. Pressure was building up, no boundaries for the 15 deliveries before that. He decides to go down the wicket and misses it completely, and Liton Kumar Das does the rest. It's a good blow, really effective one for Bangladesh. Khosdil Shah gone for 5. Pakistan 6 down for 150.
Those numbers are not great for Fahim Ashraf throughout his T20 international career, but he played really nicely actually in the SPL PSL recently. The strike rate, which is the vertical stripe at the middle of the page, 130. Shamim, his first wicket in T20 internationals. Amazing stuff.
He's only bowled 2 overs before this game. It was 26 T20 international, and he'll be very happy to see the back of Khosdil Shah. Really good decision from the skipper once it goes in your favor.
He can be so dangerous, Khosdil Shah. In the air that time, it's pumped down the ground and they got a boundary. That's the first boundary from 19 deliveries.
It's a good shot. It's a very good shot from Shadaf Khan. Just a little bit full. He clears his left leg and slams it down the ground for a boundary. Much needed boundary for Pakistan.
Yeah, it certainly was. A little bit of turn that time. Couldn't do too much of that once it stopped and purchased a fraction, just a single from Shadab.
What a spell this is from Shamim Hussain. Before this game, only 2 overs he has bowled in T20 internationals. He's only gone for 17. Mind you, he was hit for a boundary. Could have been even lesser